Good morning on Thursday, December 15th. It's time for episode 155, the last of the season.
Yeah!
Woo! And we've got the dream team in the house for the 359 podcast. Roger Chang, Ben Fox Rubin, and Alfred Ng. Good morning, guys.
And BVG.
Morning.
Brian Gelden. I care.
What?
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 Last of the
I was
year.
introducing you.
Last of the year, and we're screwing it up already. We're already screwed this up.
Shut it
Ending
down.
the year like we started it.
Yeah, pretty much. No, it was far more awkward when we started.
This is getting awkward already.
Yeah,
I'm
you're right.
extremely tense.
Let's move it along.
Let's move it along. All right. You know what? I really wanted to end the year with a recap show, but we've got so many headlines that, and this is it. This is our last show. We've got to jump into it. We can't ignore the
We're
big
not going
headline.
to waste your time
Is
with a recap.
Is it too late to update the Tech Turkey with the new Yahoo app?
I know, right? It's a little
God.
outdated. Actually, we'll have to be updated, I guess. But yeah, we're talking about Yahoo disclosing yesterday an even bigger hack than the previous
Twice
hack.
the size.
Twice the size. 1 billion users. So that's, yeah,
1 billion users.
exactly.
The obvious question is, did Yahoo even have 1 billion users? That's what I'm.
Yes, it does. Come on.
Okay, well now I know.
Yeah. I mean, they had to have been hacked, right? So,
Right.
anyways, but that basically means like everyone, right? If you're a Yahoo user from, I think it was 2013,
Yeah.
you were probably hacked. So your information is out there in the ether.
Awesome.
And next up, we'll be talking about Uber. Uber launched its self-driving car service shortly after the DMV came out and said, no, please shut these all down. You're not getting permits. You don't get permission, which is, as we find, the sort of standard playbook for Uber, right? Going in, it's better to seek forgiveness than ask for permission.
Sure.
And lastly, we'll be talking about Trump meeting with with all the CEOs of the biggest tech companies in the U.S.
The hugest.
hugest.
God,
Which, by the way, Alfred was there.
Alfred was there. He'll
Alfred
give us a little,
gave us some great
he'll
insights.
give us a little color from the scene. So,
I tried going up. They wouldn't let me.
Excuse me.
They said I wasn't a tech exec.
really?
They said my company was
Did you
too
have
small.
the spectacles on though?
No.
That's why. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about this. Let's without further ado, let's get it going. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. And
This is your last chance of the year, so send us
comments,
your greatest
insults,
questions ever.
whatever.
Yeah, send
Compliments?
some insults.
Compliments.
No compliments.
Anyway,
Just roast me.
Brian will read them off for you.
I don't want any compliments.
Roast me.
All right, now that we're all the way off track, let's get back on track, actually get the show done. Come on, Giggles. All right, and here we go. We'll be back to answer questions in 3, 2.
Welcome to the 359, where we talk about the top tech news of the day, all the other crap we want to throw in. I'm Roger Chang.
I'm Ben Fox Rubin.
I'm Alfred Ng.
So, Yahoo. The company disclosed another hack, this time revealing that it lost the account information of more than 1 billion people. That's twice the number of the previous hack, which was at the time the biggest attack ever.
Ugh.
So, Yahoo, you've managed to outdo yourself.
It's just what is this company anymore other than just one long horrible scandal? And the real
another,
question
right?
is
Yeah.
right. And the real question is this going to be the thing that finally gets Verizon to give up on them?
I mean, yeah, there are reports. There's chatter now that Verizon is second-guessing its pending acquisition. As far as the last statement that they provided was they were still on track. They were waiting for the full investigation to complete itself and make the decision on whether or not to complete
That was
the deal.
related to what? The 500 million?
No,
was
it's
related-
unrelated.
that was
They're two different hacks.
Yeah, that was related to the original investigation.
Yeah.
Ugh, this is so bad.
It's
Yeah.
like they look for one hack and they just keep finding things that are even worse. So
Yeah, you imagine if you give them more time, they're like, actually, 2 billion.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
that's how it started. There was the news during the summer that about
Right.
200 to 250 million users were hacked,
Yep.
and they found out that was a hoax.
Right.
But while investigating that, then they find the half billion.
Yep.
And then investigating that one was
found
what
even
they
a
find
bigger
this
one.
one. So it's like, what's gonna happen?
Keep on digging.
my
There's just
God.
more skeletons there, man.
The other question is that if Verizon actually does go through with this, how are they going to justify keeping Yahoo's CEO on? Because
Oh, they
currently
don't.
the plan
They do
was to
not.
keep
No
her.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
This is just pretty incompetent. I'm being nice
I
by
mean,
saying
look,
pretty.
if I'm Verizon, I'm backing away from this immediately because why would I want to be associated with a brand that now is synonymous with giving away your
like
information?
constant hacks.
Right?
Yeah.
Verizon is supposed to be known for its reputation for security, and they could
Good
tear that
point.
all away by taking Yahoo in. So next up, Uber's taking on the DMV. Turns out the company's self-driving car program in San Francisco, which CNET first reported on Tuesday, went live without proper permission. Uber argues that because it has safety drivers in each one of their cars and that the technology is limited, that they aren't fully autonomous and don't need those special permits. So do you buy that argument?
I agree with Uber on their technicality here. The issue is, you can't have self-driving cars, but their whole thing is, well, we have somebody in the car. So
Right, there's a self in there.
But I mean, the DMV's
Well, there's more than a self. Is the point, right?
There's a driver.
The DMV's argument is basically, we're restricting that technology in any cars, period.
Right.
It doesn't matter if somebody's even driving that car. That car
Yep.
shouldn't be allowed on the road if
And
it
the thing
has
of it
that.
is this isn't a surprise for Uber. Like the DMV talked to them a month ago about this. So Uber basically just
This
said,
is their MO.
Nope.
That's what they do.
Yep, that
they
is what
they
they do.
basically push it forward and then try to figure out the regulatory environment after they've already come out with it. So my expectation is like, how is the DMV going to get these things off the road anyway? Like, do they have an enforcement
they'll take
arm?
it. They'll take Uber to court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they're going to like
And
boot
it's-
all the cars.
It is important to note Uber launched its initial service in SF without permission and ran through the same kind of hurdles, and ultimately the service is out there.
Mm-hmm.
So lastly, Trump met with the leaders of some of the biggest U.S. tech companies yesterday in New York. In what could have been an awkward roundtable, he did take shots at Apple and Google during the election. It was actually pretty conciliatory. Alfred, you were actually on the scene. Tell us what it was like at Trump Tower.
So I was in the first floor area waiting for all the tech execs to come in. None of them really wanted to talk to me
Surprise.
or anybody for that matter.
Yeah.
But they had a greeter from Trump Towers there to talk to them. All these people trying to take photos of people that they thought were celebrities and turned out to be these tech titans that they didn't recognize. But they obviously used the website. But they left. They were pretty happy. There were a lot of waves. They're smiling, but they might just be putting on appearances.
Right.
I
mean, Bezos said this was a productive
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, the comments so far have been pretty positive, which is pretty surprising.
Things have seemed to be pretty positive over most of the Trump meetings, but the rubber is really going to hit the road after January 20th
Yes.
when he gets in office. So we'll see how these tech executives actually respond.
All right, we've
When
run
that
over.
happens.
We've run over time again. Sorry, we apologize, and we'll try to do better next year.
No
For
promises.
more about these stories, check us out on CNET. I'm Roger Chang.
I'm Ben Fox Rubin.
I'm Alfred Ng.
Thanks for listening.
Was it a question?
I forgot who I am.
Great way to end the year.
Yeah, I know.
Check your
pretty funny.
Snapchat. It'll remind you.
I just realized I probably should have mentioned on the podcast that we're going to be on break.
Yeah, so let's go over that now.
Yeah.
That we're still live on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we'll put it in the
There should be.
piece.
Can we have a note or something in the pod? Like, how does that work?
We'll put it in the deck.
Okay.
We'll put it in the
Yeah.
show notes.
Yes, just a reminder to our viewers, we will be gone for the rest of the year.
Right.
And we're actually not starting up at the beginning of the year. We're all packing up. Most of us are packing up to CES. Well, actually, our first show will be at CES on Thursday.
Wednesday.
When?
Wednesday now.
Thursday.
think so.
Thursday.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
We'll figure it
positive.
out.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
We will
are
let
press
you
day.
know.
Ben and I will be busy with press conferences on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Got it.
Thursday is the first day of the show and is the first day of the return of the podcast.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it'll probably be a slightly different format.
Yes, we'll be.
And that'll
we'll
be
actually
Thursday the 4th. No, 5th.
This just turned into a planning meeting. I'm
Yeah.
sure
Yes.
people are
I
Sorry,
know,
we're
I
really
know.
boring you.
This
No,
is
but
really,
we'll
this
be-
is the best.
We will be
worst last
broadcasting
show
from
ever.
the booth, CNET
Behind the
booth
scenes,
at
dude.
CES, right by the South Hall entrance. So
Stay tuned to cnet.com for all the live coverage.
It's going to be
Yeah.
super awkward.
In
And
related news,
awesome.
first question in the chat from Ace V. Do you all honestly think you know what you're talking about? You seem like glorified idiots. You are correct, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. All
Our
right.
first insult of
Yes.
the last podcast of the year. Keep them
Way to
coming.
kick off or
And
end.
Very
2016.
glorified, actually.
to answer that question, obviously we have no idea what we're talking about.
I know.
That's
this
why we
computer
got a
is
podcast.
blank. There is nothing on this computer. This is all a prop just to make it look like I'm actually doing something.
And we're getting paid by Apple
Yeah.
to do the
don't.
podcast. Come on. Let's keep trolling them.
The best questions in the chat are why is Yahoo even still? Basically.
That's such a fantastic question.
that's a great
but
question.
People still use it. They've got a massive user base. Still.
It's
Right.
mostly for
And they
fantasy
get
sports.
Huge
Fantasy
traffic.
sports. No, Yahoo Finance, Yahoo Sports. I mean, those are still big
Yeah.
properties. People still use Yahoo. My wife's still a Yahoo Mail user. I told her last night,
same
like,
here.
stop.
Same here.
please.
Just please.
Email
move
me
on.
at the dudemandude@yahoo.com. That's my old handle from high school.
Is
I
it
still
really
use
Dude Man
sometimes.
Dude?
Don't
Yeah,
even-
what do you think? I just made that up?
I like Matthew's comment. Who is the chief security officer of Yahoo and has that person's head rolled?
Well, actually, it's an interesting story because the chief security officer left before all these hacks happened, right?
Oh my god!
So maybe he's
They
behind
knew.
it.
Like that, I think he knew something or
He
something.
just saw like
So-
8 billion somewhere and like, nope, not happening.
Mr. Robot is secretly working for Yahoo.
So the issue too is that like Verizon plans on buying this company at least at the moment for $4.8 billion.
Yep.
Let's say that deal falls through.
Yep.
How much is Yahoo worth? Like they might not be worth much at all. Like there was an expectation that like
We could
4.8
probably
billion
take up
was
a
pretty good
collection and
deal.
just buy it ourselves.
We
at
buy
that
it
point,
ourselves.
you know?
That and Living Social.
I mean,
No, Living Social's been purchased.
I know.
they might still have a selling point though with all those numbers.
There is
of
definitely-
hacked accounts.
there's a
Look how many
selling point.
users
They
we
got
had.
really. I. This is from a personal perspective. I think they got really fortunate that Verizon decided to step up and pick them up.
Yep.
And they're definitely doing this content play. If Verizon were to exit, who's going to pick up the slack? It turns into
I
a
don't think
much
anyone
more
would.
complicated
I
question.
think someone would eventually. The price will go down enough that someone would pick it up. Would not be
Like even if it was
concerned
private
of the-
equity or
yeah,
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're moving on to Uber in the chat. Imagine, I always get this wrong. Imagine Sagi. This says it's crazy. If there's a person in it, then it shouldn't be a problem with the regulations. Do you agree or disagree?
I agreed. I think that technicality that the DMV is going on is a little bit absurd, but I do think that they should, comply with the laws of the land.
Yeah,
there.
it just seems like this is a really simple thing. It was like I think it was like $150 permit or something. Like
Really?
this is like a little technicality that Uber should have just followed through on, but they just thumbed their nose. It's not like they were really running through a huge amount of red tape to get this permit. They could have gotten it pretty easily. It seems to me like they're just thumbing their nose at authority. Which is
It's a
what they
great
do.
way to get
It
more
backfires
press.
on them sometimes though. Like they completely exited Austin, Texas over
Right.
like the regulation stuff.
Right. The regulation stuff is still an issue all over the world, cities around the world.
They almost got
started
booted out
banning.
of New York because of it.
Right. So that's just their MO.
Sylvian is sharing the sentiment you had yesterday as far as Uber pushing the technology. Said, as bad as everyone says Uber can be, they are pushing the technology. I feel that is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things they mentioned in their statement was that, they sort of cast, they kind of warned that all these regulations, the DMV stepping in, really would curtail innovation. I don't know if it would go that far, but it's a fair point. Uber is definitely pushing the envelope, and you have to applaud them for that.
Definitely.
Remind everyone when CES takes place. Let's see. That's a great question. It's basically the first full week of January.
Right. We fly out on the 2nd.
You don't have to
Lucky
give
us.
them the entire schedule.
Our
Oh my
flight
God.
schedule is
Jesus.
But press day is Tuesday. I think the first press day. There are 2 press days this year, which is double the normal year.
Don't give them the whole schedule.
Tuesday and Wednesday are the press days. Thursday is when it officially kicks off. It actually oddly runs right into Sunday. It's gonna be awkward for all of us because I'm gonna be on a plane on Sunday.
Who out there still has a Yahoo account?
I do.
I mean, in the chat.
oh. He's also in the chat.
Dang it, head down.
I got an email from Yahoo like this morning saying that they were hacked, but I don't remember ever making a Yahoo account, so I'm a little concerned.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh man.
So even if I were hacked when it's like, oh, change your passwords, I don't know what account you're
Don't
talking about.
just delete that email. That's
Yeah.
that's WikiLeaks trying to. That's the Russians trying to get your emails.
Well, I think there's a number of people who still use Yahoo for some of their other site, like Flickr, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, so
Flickr is
Yeah,
owned
my
by
Tumblr
Yahoo.
got
I
leaked.
for my Yahoo account, I mean, I use it as like my burner account. Like anytime I'm signing up for stuff I know I'm gonna get spam for, I use my Yahoo account.
Yeah, but I don't actually engage in the email on it, so
No, and I don't sign up for anything sensitive. There's no sensitive information that goes through Yahoo anymore. 'Cause it's
No.
just-
So if I already changed my password after that first hack was announced,
Well, it didn't matter actually. Your information was already lost if it
good.
had been hacked because it was
goody.
from a couple years back. So even if you change your information now, actually the better policy is to change all of your passwords because if most likely that password you were using for Yahoo that got hacked was the same password you used for other accounts.
Yeah, that's
maybe.
that's how all these celebrities
All
got
right.
hacked during
Exactly.
this year,
So that's all they really wanted. They didn't want your Yahoo account.
Yeah,
they
nobody
wanted
cares
the
about Yahoo.
password
They wanted to
that
be
they
able
could
to, like,
they
bundle
could associate to
information,
other accounts.
Keep building
That's why
stuff.
it's best to have different
Facebook,
passwords.
exactly.
Oh
Or
my
use a
God.
password manager. That's probably the best bet.
Could be.
Yeah.
Unless it gets
Yeah,
hacked
but
too.
just change your password, I guess, is not good advice in this scenario.
No, unfortunately you've got to change your password
Change
for
every
every
All your
password
passwords.
and make them all different.
Crow wants to know if there's anything wrong with still using MSN or Hotmail. I don't think there's been
they're
any
not.
risk
Well,
in that.
Hotmail they've already
Hotmail is owned by
Hotmail is
Yahoo?
no, it's
Dead.
Microsoft.
Microsoft?
Hotmail is now dead. It's Outlook. They discontinued it and turned it to Outlook.
Right. But it's still technical. I mean, if you were a Hotmail user, your
Yeah,
account
you're
just
fine.
transferred.
I mean, I still have a Hotmail account as well, but
How many emails do you have?
like a lot.
Why?
He wants all those coupons.
Yeah. There you go. Apricot on.
All right. Want to call it a year?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
I'm now
crazy.
suddenly filled with
Getting
nostalgia.
misty-eyed.
Should we
It's been a hell of a run.
should we sing Boys to Men or something?
No,
No, because we'll get
All right.
sued.
Okay.
don't sing Happy Birthday.
Just
either.
change the lyrics. I thought Happy Birthday was open trademark now.
Could
You're
be.
asking the wrong guy.
Anyways, let's wrap it up. It has been a great year. It's been a fantastic project. I'm glad we started this.
Oh my God.
We get all misty-eyed.
We're getting all mushy.
All
and
right.
you barely coughed today.
I only
And you
coughed like
actually
twice.
got you got the intro right for once. That was great. I can't wait for that to happen at CES. It'd be like, can we just start
my
over? Can we
God,
start
yeah,
over?
the live audience right in front of us.
I
Yes.
can do it for you if you want.
By the way, yes,
I can
we-
do it in my sleep
no,
at this
no,
point.
No. I'm
I'm doing the
I'm
intro.
gonna mess it up.
I'm gonna mess
I'm
it
gonna
up
do
on
it.
purpose.
Anyways, look, let's stop rambling. I don't think people care about us rambling that much.
More importantly, thank you to all of you for hanging out with us.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
we'll see you again soon. It's been really great. We made some new friends. We've had some adventures. And
And
yeah.
we've gotten
tried out
repeatedly on
VR.
YouTube. Yeah.
Which we will never try again.
No. We didn't. 360 video.
360 video.
Pain in
All
the
right.
butt
Yeah.
to edit.
All right.
Thanks,
We'll see
everybody.
you again
Close
in
it
the
up.
new year.
Yep.
Happy
Again,
New Year,
if you
everybody.
liked anything you saw or heard here, our podcast is available on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, SoundCloud, FeedBurner, and Google Play Music. And of course, you can check us out on CNET.com.
Of course.
Of course.
Have a happy new year.
Happy New Year.
We'll
Happy
see you in
New Year.
January.
2017.
Yep.
Later.
Take care, everybody.